So, new song, woo! For anybody who's into that sort of thing, I always put them in the keywords, but that's the Gospel Harmonettes of Demopolis, Alabama. Live so God can use you. What could be more appropriate? A ruminative statement than that, or an active statement than that, because that's what I'm trying to be and trying to do, and that's the purpose of my life, really. So, I've been struggling with off and on and off and always. Chilly. Brr. With how God can use me, what He's got for me exactly next. What's the next thing? Because I feel somewhat active, but not necessarily active for Him. And my whole thing is I wanted to make everything I could an act of worship, and I've been trying to do that, trying to slow stuff down when I'm in things and not be distracted by other things, and be present in the moment, be in the now of now with Him, and try to figure out ways to make everything an act of worship and an act of gratitude, everything from eating to sleeping to whatever, to resting, to cuddling, to reading, to filming, to acting, to writing, to everything. So, but I also felt like He was preparing me for something, because He's really been chopping me down in certain areas, piece by piece, limb by limb, so to speak. And I was kind of curious and wondering what He had in store for me, and so I've been praying about that and talking about that a lot on here, and I'm trying to be calm about it, because I'm trying not to have too much, focus too much on something, something that I'm expecting, something that I will recognize with my own understanding, and trying to just be His in as many areas as possible, and trying to, again, twin myself to Him, to His nature, let His nature fill me, and let my nature be absent of myself. Which is a struggle, because our natures sometimes are really kind of in opposition. And I read this thing this morning, as usual, quite lovely, that Jesus said, and it really speaks to the heart of the matter of what I'm going through, and it's just such a beautiful, beautiful sentiment, and all that He asked, and maybe a nice counterpoint to yesterday, which is probably a little on the heavy side, but whatever, that this is kind of all He asks of us, and everything else kind of comes out of that, like fruit from a tree that's happy that it's growing, and all of my joy in my life kind of comes from this central thesis, and I'm trying to focus a little bit on this thing I'm about to read, instead of okay, what thing though do I need to do, what monumental achievement on earth do I have to do to consecrate to You, or is it really just myself maybe I need to be giving over right now, and really not worry so much about these monumental things, these career achievements, or what not. Matthew 11:28. Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light. Now, it's funny He would say that, because really He had some tough stuff to deal with in His life on this earth, or at least in this zone of existence that He came and interacted with for quite a while. And yet He says, my yoke is easy and my burden is light. And it's funny, because I've been saying that to myself, and asking that and praying that and saying, Lord, give me Your burden. Take my burdens from me and give me the burdens You would have me have. Because to know that you're bearing righteous burdens and not just worries and stresses of your own imagination and machination truly is a lightening experience. And who doesn't want that? I mean, it's funny, I've always felt pretty self-sufficient, so this part of it didn't really appeal to me now, except till later in life. I'm like, what a wonderful deliriously beautiful thing that is, and how can not everyone relate to that? Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart. How cool is that? That the divine nature of God is revealed in a man, and he is gentle and lowly in heart. So I'm trying to be those things, because I'm not always those things. And you will find rest for your souls. So today, as I get about my business, I'm going to try to let my soul rest, and my heart remain focused on him. And not me. You know what? I think it's going to help.